Top half of the third inning, 2-0 still Gremlins. We are at the 7, 8, 9 spots in the batting order for Loyalty. That's DeBoy, Rojas, and Delgado. First look they've had today at young Cuba. They tell us we lost our internet for a period of time. Hope you are able to connect back up and are back with us. That game always on the archive if you want to see what happened while we were away. Always a little challenge here working outdoors, internet being what it is. But we're back. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Foul tip, but into the glove of Blake Hunter. So Gennaro DeBoy down on strikes. That is number 5, strikeout number 5 for Cuba. And it'll bring Luis Rojas to the plate. Rojas, the shortstop that made that nice play to end the last inning. Good over-the-top drop in for a call strike. Good rotation. Tight spin. Bottom falls out. In for a call strike. Inside, misses for a ball. First game of the day for the Gremlins and Loyalty. This is a 10 o'clock scheduled start. Playoff games today at 10, 12, and 3. So the Gremlins would have to win 3 to win the tournament. Down on strikes. Meanwhile, goes Rojas on a very good drop ball from Osichka. Strikeout number 6 as he continues his 2 per inning pace. And the batter, Josue Delgado. Delgado, the center fielder for this Loyalty squad. Drop ball grounded into the dirt. Gremlins defensively straight away. Corners just about even with the bag. Ochoa at first and Remeke at third. A couple of steps off the line. Inside, just misses with that one. Good command of the pitches so far by Cuba. As we said, picked up a win as a starter and a save as a reliever in the earlier contest. There's that drop ball again. The bottom falls out. Looks big coming in. You think you can hit it, and then it just disappears. Wind's kicking up now here in Fort Myers. The flag's blowing out towards center field. Swing and a miss, same pitch, same result. Down on strikes goes Delgado. So Cuba Osichka strikes out the side now with 7 strikeouts through just 3 frames. We'll be back for the home half of the third inning and the Gremlins right after this. bottom half of the third inning and top of the order for the Gremlins. That means Redemar, Remeke, and Evans. Ochoa would follow if we get that far. In his first trip to the plate, came around to score. That on the ball hit by Cole Evans that got past shortstop Luis Rojas. Redemar from Argentina played in the WBSC junior circuit, which at that time I think was still called the juniors, in 2016. Out of Midland, Michigan that year. He was just 16 years of age, now 23. So a veteran of sorts, but still one of the younger players on this Gremlin squad. They've got a handful of fine young talent. Tane Mumu, another. And of course, Kuba Osichka. Lined into left field, but it's speared by Rojas. It looked like a sure base hit. Looked like it would find its way into left field. He got all of it, did Lucio. But Rojas with his Air Jordans out there coming out of his shoes to make that catch. Nice play. There you see it on the replay. Alley-oop. Need a jetpack to catch balls like that. But he did. Here's Jerome Remeke. Remeke, a fly out to left field his first time up. That was a ball that carried on the left fielder, Gennaro DuBois, in for a called strike. The wind's not blowing quite as much as they were a few minutes ago, but still blowing out away from home plate, so anything up in the jet stream is going to carry. Remeke, of course, with great power. Looks at a ball off the plate, says no thank you. Lays off the rise ball up and away from the left-hander. Jerome can go the other way. He will, has good power all over the field, but I think for straight up power, it's the ball that he pulls when he really has the power stroke going on. That one lays off the plate outside. He lets it go. Very patient hitter. Yesterday in one of the ball games had 3 walks. Lifted high into center field. Back goes Delgado towards the fence and watches it go. Home run. Jerome Remeke. We talked about it. He can use all of the field. That one got up in the jet stream and just carried on out. The way Delgado went back on it, looked like he thought he might have a play, but it was up and it just carried on out. So 3-0 Gremlins. Here, watch the replay on the swing. Up in the zone and just flicks his wrists and drives it out of the yard. Here's Cole Evans. Evans, a hard ground ball past shortstop Luis Rojas last time. We charged the error, but I suppose some might say it was a hit. Could have gone either way, but a hard hit ball nonetheless. Defense for loyalty straight away. Corners even with the bag. Masubit may be a step behind the bag at first. Change up a good one, but it stays downstairs for a ball. Little change-up's going to be lifted into shallow left field for a base hit. Evans takes a big turn around first. He took a little bit off, but watch the replay here. You see Evans is out in front, but still manages to control the bat. Gets just enough of it to lift it out into shallow left field, and he's got himself a base hit. Gremlins with another runner aboard. Ochoa will be the batter. Eric worked a walk in his first trip to the plate, one of two in the inning. A little better control exhibited by Urbaneja in the third inning here, so maybe settling into his norm. Off the plate outside. First two runs for the Gremlins scored with no hits in the inning. It was two walks and the error. Jerome Remeke removing any doubt with that home run. So if you're going to break up a no-hitter early, a good way to do it. Jerome Remeke notching that third run, and Cole Evans follows right behind him with a base hit to left. Little half swing by Ochoa, committed, couldn't stop, so a strike swinging. Nice camera shot there by Softball Premier TV, giving you the same look at the pitch that Urbaneja gets. That's in for a called strike. So a couple of strikes, Urbaneja advantage on Ochoa in this matchup. Up high and down to second goes Evans, sliding in safely, as he did in his first time aboard. Got a good jump. Here you see the replay. Ball is upstairs, so Cuello had a good shot at catch and throw, but Evans, a good jump off of first, now in scoring position. Urbaneja taking his time, looks off the sign, now set and ready. Pitch to Ochoa. High hopper to second. It'll be Munoz flipping it over to Masubit for the out. Meanwhile, Cole Evans moves up 60 feet, now over at third base. Here you watch the replay. Looked like the ball was away, so not a hard hit ball, but enough to move Evans over. And now just 60 feet away, Zenon Winters coming to the plate. Zenon reached on a fielder's choice in his first trip to the plate. Lays off the rise ball away. Left the game against Loyalty first time around. In his first at bat, was hit by a pitch and right on the elbow. Wound up leaving the game to rest it up. Appears to be no worse for wear, but one of those crazy bone, funny bone stingers. You could tell from the way he reacted. Really got a piece of him. Just off the plate outside, Urbaneja, kind of a long look in at our home plate umpire, thinking maybe he had a strike there, but off the plate. Swing and a miss by Winters. Urbaneja working at a very slow pace in the game, and I think from a hitter standpoint, you almost get impatient waiting up there for him to deliver the pitches. Downstairs, gets away from the catcher. Coming home to score is Evans. So Winters working the walk. Let's watch the replay. Or did it hit him? Think not, or it would have been dead ball. Just down in the dirt, ball 4. Evans comes scampering home. Run number 4 for the Gremlins. Zenon Winters, good patience at the plate, works the walk, and now down at first base. Wild pitch in my book, down too low in the dirt. Cuello not able to come up with it. Here's Blake Hunter. Little spinning rise on the outside edge. Low, good location. I think with a batter like Hunter, you've got to keep it out of the wheelhouse, and Urbaneja doing just that on the first pitch. Skipper Greg Leather coming over to our home plate umpire to make a substitution. Zenon Winters will give way to Ian Sagdahl. Number 30, Ian Sagdahl. Sagdahl, a pickup for the weekend. Fine young talent from Washington State. We mentioned 7 years in the Washington Nationals minor league system. Got as high as double A. Couple of all-star performances and appearances. Batting championship in the Carolina League. Bounces that one in the dirt, does Urbaneja, but blocked nicely by Cuello. Keeps Sagdahl at first. Great speed over there at first. So Ian will be making the adjustment from baseball for the past nearly a decade to men's fast pitch. He did play earlier before he went to baseball. So I guess you could say coming back to it, but it'll be a little while making some adjustments. We were joking about that yesterday, and he made a big adjustment with that grand slam home run that ended the game against the same loyalty squad. Wind's kicking up now, blowing out towards center and right. High hopper, that one's going to be up the middle, but no, it's grabbed by Rojas. Comes over and gets the out on Sagdahl at second. Another nice, nifty defensive play by Luis Rojas, the shortstop for Loyalty, and gets them out of the inning. So fielder's choice in the book on Hunter. 6 unassisted out there for the force out at second. 2 runs in, though. The home run by Jerome Remeke. Cole Evans, a single coming around to score on the wild pitch. So 4-0 is where we are at through 3 innings of play. We'll be back with more great action from the USA Softball Winter Classic here in Fort Myers, Florida. Final day playoff round. Top half of the 4th inning for Loyalty, and the top half of the batting order. Back to the top of the shop we go. Luis Munoz will start it off. He'll be followed by Billy Olacio and then Elvis Masubat. Eric Alvarez in the cleanup spot would follow if any of those gentlemen can reach. Second time through the order, and that one's a liner into the gap in right center past the diving Gonzalo Masmu. I was just about to tell you that it had been 9 up and 9 down Don't blame me. I didn't jinx him. Didn't say it, but Munoz getting the first hit of the game for Loyalty. Good piece of hitting. Stayed back, hit behind the ball. Masmu with a good attempt, but no chance to get to it. We'll have a pinch runner. They're making the report you see over on the right side of your screen right now. See if we can pick up the number. I think that's Sanchez, but we'll wait and see. They just have a couple of subs on the bench today. So now it will be Cuello, the catcher, to come out and run. Cuello was listed on our lineup card as the 10th man, so not batting, but being inserted here. Swing and a miss on a good rise ball away from the left-hander, Billy Olacio. How many times do you see a catcher put in to run for someone? I confess I had it happen to me when I was playing. That one's lifted out into shallow right field. Sagdahl will camp under it and make the catch for the out. So Sagdahl did stay in the game after entering for Zenon Winter. Back to first goes Moises Cuello, the catcher, running for the leadoff hitter. See a little movement on your screen. If you're getting dizzy, don't put the Dramamine down. That's our umpire cap camera. Newest feature by Luciano Lofrano and Softball Premier TV. We enjoy it. Hope you do too. Gives you a very up close and personal look. And that one's in for a call strike, as you could see from that. Can't call it a helmet cam, but it's an umpire cam. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. Just a lazy swing. Couldn't catch up with that one. Down on strikes goes Masubit, out number 2. And strikeout number 8 on the day for Kuba Ositka. Change up, stays upstairs, taken for a ball. Pitch from Kuba, drop ball, a good one, but it's lifted out into deep left field. That one's going to carry right on out of here. Home run by Eric Alvarez. Osichka getting the ball up in the zone a little bit too much on that one. Brings home 2, and we've now got a 4-2 game. We talked about the winds and the ball will carry. Let's watch the replay. You can see how it happened. There's the umpire cam up in the zone. And boy, he really wound up for that one. Up and away. So first runs of the tournament given up by these Gremlins, now still on top by a 4-2 score. 2 RBI by Eric Alvarez, showing why he's batting cleanup for this Loyalty squad. Here's Eric Urbaneja. Alvarez. So they were batting 10. So the home run, we apologize, and Masubit. It's Alvarez at the plate now. Some of the teams using 11 batters in the order, so we need a legal size score sheet instead of the letter size. Change up and a beauty out in front is Alvarez. So down on strikes he goes. Credit the home run to Masuba. 2 runs in for Loyalty. To the home half of the fourth we go. 4-2. Gremlins.
Tener seguro es imprescindible. No más preocupaciones por el dinero. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa, tu salud y tu familia. Marca 855-777-2111. 855-777-2111. El equipo de Latin Pro Insurance te ayudará a conseguir el mejor plan al menor costo, incluyendo cobertura de enfermedades preexistentes. Latin Pro, nuestra prioridad es tu bienestar. 855-777-2111. Condiciones y restricciones aplican, basado en el mercado de salud.
Home half of the fourth inning for the Gremlins. 7-8-9. That's Avery, Mullins, and Mosmu. Avery, a strikeout victim, swinging in his first trip to the plate against Urbaneja. Little curveball on the inside part of the plate, up and carrying back towards the fence, off the fence. The hands go up, and it'll be a ground rule double for Brian Avery. Anything up in the air is carrying well at this point. We see the flags blowing in left field out towards center right. That was Delgado and Alvarez converging in the right center field gap. Avery going the other way with it. So he's aboard with a leadoff double. Nick Mullins, the DP, will be the batter. Over the top drop, a good one in for a called strike. Tight spin on some of those drop balls by Urbanea, really turns it over well. There's a rise ball upstairs. Has been more effective with the drop and the change today. The rise ball seems to be a waste pitch, hasn't quite found location on that one. Most tending to be up and out of the zone. Drop ball misses downstairs. Gonzalo Mosmu will be next, waiting on deck. Wind really kicking up now. You can see the tent we are seated at blowing in the wind. That one misses downstairs for a ball. There's the view from the umpire cam. Good over the top drop. It misses inside for a ball, and Mullins patiently works the walk. So runners at first and second. First base had been open after the leadoff double by Avery. So 2 aboard, nobody out, and Gonzalo Mosmu with a chance to cash in a run. Try and get one of the 2 runs back that scored on the home run by Loyalty. Little spinning rise down the heart of Main Street for a called strike. The tent behind home plate you see on the screen is where we are seated, and you can tell from the way it's blowing around, the winds are really kicking up. As we said, blowing from home out towards the outfield. Rise ball, a good one, gets just a piece of it. Good location on that rise ball. On deck is Retamar, which would take us back to the top of the order. Right now, the action with Masmu at the plate, Gonzalo Masmu. Change up, and he drops that one in. Nothing Gonzalo could do was say, yep, great pitch. So 1 out recorded. He's always had a good one. At the age of 42, it'll be a career extender for him. Here's Lucio Retamar. Retamar 0 for 1, had that line shot to shortstop last time up. Looked like a sure base hit till Luis Rojas came out of his shoes to make the spearing catch. Retamar walked and scored the first run of the game back in the first. Time is called. Rise ball upstairs, taken for a ball. It's Mullins at first. Avery at second, 1 out for the Gremlins. Jerome Remeke will be next. In for a call, strike right at the knees. That umpire camera, Luciano, really gives you the feeling that you are standing in the batter's box. I always have the feeling I'm not quite ready for the pitch when it's thrown when I see that view. Don't step into the box until you're ready. Cuello setting up outside. The pitch is outside, off the plate for a ball. Urbanea likes to use all of the plate. A firm subscriber to the theory you don't throw a strike unless you have to or until you have to. He will nibble around the edges. Laced down the right field line, but foul. Just about takes out first base coach Greg Hicks over there. Urbanea now set. The pitch to Retamar. Lined into right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Coming around third and scoring is Avery. Just ahead of the throw. Avery coming in, standing up. Nice piece of hitting by Retamar. Ball looked to be up in the zone. Let's take a look. Yep, just a little bit up. And just drove it into right field for a RBI single. Meanwhile, moving up to second base is Nick Mullins. So Avery coming in to score run number 5. So the Gremlins have gotten back one of the 2 they gave up in the last frame. Here's Remeke. Home run his last trip to the plate. Urbanea, I'm sure, will be pitching more carefully. Keeps that one up and out of the zone. A couple of fly balls out of Jerome today. First time up, hit the fly ball to left that wound up carrying further than DuBois thought. He made the catch. Last time up to straightaway center, no chance. Off the plate outside. Josue Delgado, the center fielder for Loyalty, playing Remeke deep and towards right field. So the biggest gap is in left center. Off the plate outside, ball. Change up in for a called strike. Good location. Remeke looks as if to say it might be a strike, but not the pitch I wanted. Redemar with good speed over at first. Mullen, a catcher at second. Way upstairs for a ball, and Remeke works the walk. So Urbanea indeed works carefully to Remeke, not wanting to get burned again with the long ball. It'll bring up Cole Evans. So Mullins over to third, Redemar to second, Remeke at first. Bases loaded for the Gremlins. And their three-hitter, Cole Evans. Evans hit the ball hard twice today. Had that hard ground ball past the shore, off the shortstop, reached on an error first time. Single to left last time, scored two of the runs for the Gremlins today. Drop ball low, taken for a ball. Eric Ochoa waiting on deck, still just one out for the Gremlins here. A chance to break this one wide open. Good drop ball on the inside part of the plate, not where Cuello set up. Moises Cuello, the catcher, was over on the outside half of the plate, and Urbanea looked like he missed the spot. Inside again, and Evans takes the RBI walk. Second walk surrendered in a row by Urbanea. Mullins checks in with a run. Everybody else moving up 60 feet. And that's going to bring a visit to the pitching circle. Loyalty had come back with the 2 runs on the home run in the prior frame, so had cut the margin to 4-2, one of the closer games that the Gremlins had had. But this inning started out a double by Avery, a walk to Mullins. He got Masmu with a beautiful changeup on the looking strikeout. But after that, it was Redemar for a base hit and a pair of walks. Mound visit completed. He'll stay in the game, Urbanea. And it'll be Eric Ochoa. So lefty on lefty. 6-2 margin now. And Ochoa, a chance to break it open. Sort of the same formula they followed in the first game against Loyalty. They didn't give up any runs, but scored runs in bunches later in the game. 4 of them scoring in the 4th inning on that grand slam home run by Ian Sagdal. Wind still blowing from home out towards right center. Ochoa would love to get one up in that jet stream. Way upstairs with the rise ball. It's a tightrope the pitchers must walk. You don't want to give these hitters anything they can drive, especially with so many runners aboard. But if you pitch too carefully, back-to-back walks thus in the inning, puts you in bigger trouble. Off the plate outside for a ball. So neither Ochoa or Urbaneja willing to give in at this point in the at-bat. High fly ball to right field. Forget about that one. Into the parking lot that one goes. Grand slam home run by Eric Ochoa. Exactly what we talked about. In with a run is Redemar. Behind him, Remeke. Behind him, Cole Evans. And they will wait at home plate to greet Eric Ochoa. Big 4-run blast here for the Gremlins to break this game open. Eric Ochoa coming off to some high fives and congratulations over in the dugout. That's the big hit they've been looking for. So if you're keeping score with us at home, it was Redemar, Remeke, and Evans all coming home ahead of Eric Ochoa. And that will be all for Eric Urbaneja. So as happened in the first game against Loyalty, it was Sagdill with a grand slam to break it open in the first game in pool play. And now Eric Ochoa with a grand slam. That's a 10 spot if my count is correct. 10-2 the score, which puts us into run rule territory. The winds didn't help Urbaneja, to be sure, but the wind's blowing for both teams. Gremlins just taking a big advantage of it. 3 walks in the inning, though, for Urbaneja, and they all hurt. It was Mullins who walked and scored. Remeke walked and scored, as did Cole Evans. So coming into pitch, we'll wait for the report. Looks like Gustavo Valdez, the youngster. He was the starter in the game against the Gremlins in pool play, wearing the bare bones catcher's mask over his face to protect him. Ian Sagdill is at the plate for the Gremlins. He had entered the game for Zenon Winters after the walk was issued to Winters. Stayed in the game in right field and will now bat. So put a big 4 spot in the RBI column for Eric Ochoa. Big hit in the game for the Gremlins. Off the plate outside. Ian Sagdill knows what it feels like to hit a grand slam. It was not Valdez that he hit the ball off of, though. I'd have to check my notes, but Valdez was the starter. Sagdill hit that one in the 4th off of the reliever. Swing and a miss, misses away. Swing and a miss late on that one. Downstairs, good location by Valdez. Good movement on the pitch. It's away from the catcher, Cuello. He'll go out and have a chat with his young pitcher. If this score would hold, the Gremlins would advance to face the Northeast Drillers. See if we can pick up a score on that Hill United Chiefs game. They were playing a 10 a.m. game. They, like the Gremlins, started the day with a perfect 3-0 pool play record. The pitch to Sagdill. Swing and a miss late on the ground ball again. So Sagdill down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning. And it'll be Blake Hunter to step in. Lifted out into right field, going back and looking at that one sail. Eric Alvarez, all he can do is say goodbye. Blake Hunter, his third home run of the weekend, adds one more for the Gremlins, now on top by an 11-2 score. You have to think these hitters, hoping those winds hold up and swinging selectively up there, waiting for a ball up in the zone you can drive. You know that Brian Avery's thinking about the same right here as he steps in. Drop ball downstairs. You have to think if the wind stays the way they are throughout the day, the pitchers are really going to have to concentrate on those drop balls and changeups. Anything up in the zone is danger country. So Avery now with his second at bat in the inning. He was the one that started this rally with the double to right field. Here's the pitch to Avery. Drop ball, a good one right across the heart of the plate, down around the knees. We'll see if he comes back with that drop ball. He does. That one skipping a hop to home plate, downstairs for a ball. Drop ball, one hopper back to Valdez. He turns and throws over to Masubat for the out. Side is retired, but 10 men coming to the plate for the Gremlins in the inning. 7 runs coming in on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We'll head to the 5th. 11-2. Gremlins on top of this one over Loyalty. We'll be right back with more action. Top half of the 5th inning for Loyalty, and we have a pitching change for the Gremlins. It is big Justin Schofield stepping into the circle. Justin on loan from his regular team for the weekend. Sort of a flip of what he and Kuba did the other day, sharing the duties. It was Schofield the starter and Kuba the reliever. Today it's Kuba the starter, and it looks like Schofield will try and finish things up. 5th inning, that means run rule time. It's an 11-2 margin, so 9 runs. They'd have to score 3 to extend the game and get their full set of at-bats. Justin Schofield has other ideas about that. It's Urbaneja, the batter for Loyalty. He'll be followed by Diego Nunez and Gennaro Dubois as they try and get something going against the big right-hander. The Gremlins, as we mentioned, only 2 losses in the entire season last year, 36-2 record, but you're looking at a pitcher who notched one of those in the first weekend of the year for Bear Creek Express. High pop-up, and Ochoa will fight off the wind and the sun and make the catch for out number 1. The Gremlins dropped the very first game of the season in that Chiefs Challenge. It was Schofield and Riley Mannion combining against them for the win in that one. Gremlins managed to come back and return the favor, go on to beat the Chiefs to win the title there. Hard ground ball or soft ground ball on a hard drop on the inside part of the plate. Schofield, the veteran from Canada, has lots of experience at the world level. Still throwing the ball hard. There's a changeup, though, a beauty, in for a called strike. Hard to do much with that one when you've seen hard stuff, and then he pulls the string. No chance to recover. Big roundhouse rise ball. Swing and a miss as Nunez chases that one out of the zone, and it'll be up to Gennaro DuBois to try and extend the game. The margin is 9, and we are in the 5th, so they would need to score a trio of runs. DuBois, a strikeout victim in his first trip to the plate, that coming against Cuba. Rise ball upstairs for a ball. Cuba wound up, I think, with 8, if my count's correct, 8 strikeouts through the 4 innings, surrendering just the 2-run homer. Munoz had a single in that inning, then the home run, so the only 2 hits surrendered by Cuba, who went through the first 9 batters in order. Rise ball off the plate outside. Schofield working at a pretty good pace. Having that sort of dinner is ready and waiting approach to pitching. Doesn't waste any time, gets his sign. Swing and a miss on a beautiful drop ball. Bottom falls out of that one. Towards the finish line he goes. Drop ball in for a call strike, and he is down on strikes. 3 up and down against Schofield, and that will be a final. New York Gremlins will advance to the next round, coming away an 11-2 winner. Eric Ochoa with a big exclamation mark on this one. Grand slam home run in the 4th inning. Cuba Osika picks up the win. Justin Schofield the save. And the Gremlins will advance to a 12 o'clock noon game. That one against the Northeast Drillers. Playoff games today at 10, 12, and 3. So the second round about to get underway. Right now, 11:30 local time. So we will see you back here in about 30 minutes with more great action here on the Gremlins Network. Luciano Lofrano will be here with working all the controls, including that umpire camera that he's getting ready for the next one. Some great fastball here on Softball Premier TV. We'll be back in half an hour.
Tener seguro es imprescindible. No más preocupaciones por el dinero. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa, tu salud y tu familia. Marca 855-777-2111. 855-777-2111. El equipo de Latin Pro Insurance te ayudará a conseguir el mejor plan al menor costo, incluyendo cobertura de enfermedades preexistentes. Latin Pro, nuestra prioridad es tu bienestar. 855-777-2111. Condiciones y restricciones aplican, basado en el mercado de salud.
Visita la nueva innovación de softball, el sitio web donde podrás vivir los mejores torneos de América, juegos en vivo, noticias, torneos y más. Softball en vivo, donde quieras con la mejor calidad. Regístrate y sé un miembro Premier. www.softballpremiertv.com